Welcome to a VLE Project podcast. This podcast is designed for staff and will outline the enhancements to our VLE provided by the project. In the summer of 2015, a steering group was established, including the Deans of Undergraduate and Postgraduate Studies. The aim was to determine the additional virtual learning environment functionality and improvements required by the college community. You, as staff, were consulted as part of this process. The initial outcomes of this process was to tender for a new VLE, and Blackboard, our current service provider, were successful in their tender. Other outcomes of the process included recommendations that the VLE be integrated with the student system, SITS, or my.tcd.ie, for assessment and feedback. Integration with Trinity for plagiarism checking, with student timetables, university events calendar, and the library system for search capabilities were also recommendations. There were also a number of practical process improvements to improve the usability of the VLE, for example, improved user setup, processes and data flows. The goals of the VLE project are as follows. Improvements in the flow of information between Blackboard and my.tcd.ie, so this will be streamlining of the current assessment processes to allow student marks to flow between Blackboard and SITS. Improvements to the integration with the college library information system. Introduction of a university events calendar. Introduction of a student timetable into Blackboard. An introduction of a plagiarism checker into Blackboard, and extra support for mobile apps. The VLE project team consists of Colin McCabe as project manager, Stephen Leonard and Niamh Hopkins as learning technologists, and Christina Shannon as communications officer. The project reports to a steering committee consisting of the following staff members. You can find extra information regarding the project on tcd.ie/VLE project. So what have we done so far? The Stella search facility has been integrated into Blackboard so you can directly access library material from within Blackboard. A plagiarism checker has been integrated into Blackboard. This is Turnitin that was previously standalone, so now students can submit assignments directly into Blackboard and they will be checked for plagiarism. Students can also receive feedback and marks from within Blackboard on these Turnitin direct assignments. The benefits of this are that Turnitin is no longer standalone but integrated into our VLE. There is a streamlined instructor and student enrollment process. Staff and students are no longer manually set up in Turnitin, they are automatically set up in Blackboard. Student assignment submission and plagiarism checking can happen directly within Blackboard. Student feedback and grades from Turnitin assignments can also be released through the Grade Centre. If you need further information on this or any of the other functionality for the project, please check out our website tcd.ie/VLE project. A number of calendars are now available within Blackboard for students. When they log in, they should go to the Tools section and click on the Calendar option. The student timetable will appear. and the display can be turned on or off by ticking on the student timetable option. There is also access to a university events calendar. It's possible to overlay both calendars or turn off the student timetable and just display the university events calendar. Grades Journey is one of the project improvements. It will streamline the transfer of marks from Blackboard to my.tcd.ie. Currently, there is limited interaction between SITS and Blackboard. Student module enrolment information is transferred from CMIS to SITS, and student and instructor module enrolment information is transferred from SITS to Blackboard. The first step in the Grades Journey process will be to transfer how modules are assessed from SITS to Blackboard, so the transfer of maps and MABs will occur from SITS to Blackboard. Step 2 in the Grades Journey process is the transfer of student module assessment component marks from Blackboard to SITS. An example is shown here where SITS requires coursework by name, which may consist of a number of different assignments within Blackboard. The overall result for these assignments within Blackboard would be tabulated and then transferred to SITS. The assessment stages are shown in the following diagram. Again, the individual assignments within Blackboard would be tabulated and then transferred to SITS. The processes within SITS would remain the same, and the overall module mark would be calculated and agreed within SITS. Components already delivered by the project are improvements to the integration with the College Library Information System. The search function has already been delivered. The introduction of a university events calendar and the introduction of a plagiarism checker into Blackboard. Improved mobile integrations and the introduction of a student timetable into Blackboard. Project components yet to be delivered are Grades Journey, which will be delivered by the end of Michaelmas term, and general SITS VLE process improvements, which will be delivered by January 2018. What next? We will continue to update you via email and communications and podcasts such as this one. Grades Journey first iteration is expected in December 2017. Continue to check out our website, tcd.ie/VLE Project. Have questions? Again, check out our website or email our Project Communications Officer, Christina, on vleproject@tcd.ie. Thank you for listening to a VLE Project podcast.